Hey, welcome to another 90 Day Fiance recap chat. This is Irene, CBiz Media, Faith, Love, and Trends. We're talking 90 Day Fiance. 90 Day Fiance is a reality show with couples, one from the U.S., the other's from another country. We see their relationship ups and downs, along with cultural barriers, language boundaries, the 90-day deadline to get married so you can stay in the country with your boo, all the legal ramifications. It is 90 Day Fiance. And this spinoff is The Other Way. Now let's get into this. Submit's mom is not feeling well. They kind of had a family battle and she's kind of the head of the whole issue. She's upset with everyone. They're upset with her because she's very controlling. So Jenny is sent to bring her something I think called kitchery and to help her feel better. She also tells her, relax, don't be stressed and bothered. And mom and the dad say, anger is a part of life. Let's get back to normal. But Jenny continues to say, we're both older and set in our ways. I can't stay here. I can't be controlled. I need to move back into our apartment with Submit. And her, as well as her husband, Jenny's father-in-law, is like, no, Jenny, you're not going anywhere. You're staying with us. She said, I can't be told what to do. You guys really can't order me around. They keep saying you have to say you will stay. Submit doesn't know she said this, but she basically said they are going to be moving back to their own place. And she's not sure if he'll be happy about what she told the parents, because he says he loves living with his family. So they get away for a little alone time in this bird sanctuary. She finally says it's beautiful, but she said she honestly preferred the mall. So she tells him what she told the parents. They argue. She screams. Is like, no, basically, I don't want to live with your parents anymore. We need to stop this. He's acting like basically we're not going anywhere. Technically, they really don't have a choice. And she's like, you know what? I'm just going to move by myself. But can she? Will she? Is that possible? Will she go back to the U.S.? Who knows? Let's go with Anthony and Mignon. He's going off on his first day of work. He let us know it's been a rough couple of days trying to settle in. They still need to get some more items for the home. It's a slow adjustment of just kind of getting everything together. They're in a small town. But he says having a small child, quitting is no option. You got to go with the flow. And basically, Mignon's really going to see that as she's going to be there along with their kid, which is something that she really, I guess, hasn't done too much of because Anthony was doing it. Ben's the kid. Okay, so she said, hey, I'm going to prove that I can do this. She's going out in the stroller with Ben. The stroller is bouncing down this big kind of a step. But, Ben's cool. He's laughing about it. He's laughing it out. I'm sure he thinks it's an amusement park ride or something. No, it's just mommy trying some things. It's a sunny day. She's sweaty. She's like, where am I even going? She's just trying to get the lay of the land and just get out. They really didn't get a chance to explore this town. I'm saying, will she get lost? I'm wondering, because they're just like roaming and roaming. There's barely enough room to walk, much less drive. So it's like a narrow street. They're walking on the edge. And then if any cars come, they're going to have to move out of the way, etc., etc. She finally finds something. It makes me think of the desert when you have that mirage in the desert and there's no water or nothing. Well, she finally finds something. It's a store. It's not a mirage. It's a chocolate shop, which is wonderful. So she's like, okay, I'm going to ask this lady. So she gets some chocolate. And she asks the lady, what's in the town? What's nearby? The lady basically tells her not much. I think there's like a hairdresser or something. She's kind of depressed by that idea that, yes, what she thought was true, that there's not really much. And she knew it wouldn't be much, but I think she thought there was going to be a little bit more in the area so she can walk to get there. Because at this time, Anthony's using their only vehicle. It's going to take a bit of time for her to get her vehicle. She says, so when she gets outside the door, reality hits her. She starts to break down. She's like, nothing's here but chocolate, Ben. It was kind of funny. I'm sorry, that phrase just was funny at the moment, but she was breathing heavily. It literally seems like she was having an anxiety attack. But finally, she was saying, she had to try to get her wits back about her. She has her little son with her. So they make their way back to the house. And she's like, it's going to be okay, Ben. I'm fine. Mommy's fine. Let's go home. As they're going on their way, a car blows at them. And then that kind of makes her even more jumpy. The car, I guess, has to get by. Like I said, the streets are so narrow you can barely walk. I guess it's not made for walking there, honestly. So she said, I'm going to try to be strong. I got to stay strong for my son. I can't be weak. And she said that makes it even more stressful. The fact that she has to maintain all of her wits about her because she does have her son. So hubby comes back and she's happy. He brings gifts and flowers and whatnot. And Anthony's like, okay, this feels good. First day at work, feels like we're starting a new family routine. As soon as he comes in, she kind of passes Ben off like, here, you take him. I think she was joking, but maybe not so much. She shares that she did have the panic attack. And he ends up telling her that, he has to actually thinks he has to spend the night at work. And she's like, well, this is not a job for a dad. You need to kind of be here at home at night. She's like, you need to find another job. And she says, I'm going to my parents. And they're both stressed and saying, no matter what happens, it seems like problems just keep following us. And can we actually save our marriage? So for me, I'm like, all right, if he's going to be, from my understanding, 6 days a week, he's going to be at work and he may have to spend the night. I've heard conflicting reports from what I recall. I thought he said 6 days a week. He is going to be possibly spending the night there, but it's only going to be for the first month. I don't think it's going to be continuously. And he has 1 day off. So that's 1 day is probably the only day he could be home with them. So I understand that Mignon is upset about that and she wants to stay with her parents for most of that time. Then is it just 1 week that he's spending the night at the place? I'm not sure. But whatever the case, she just doesn't want to be in a position where she's by herself in this place. And she's already kind of losing it because there's really nothing there. Honestly, he's upset that she's going to be gone for the whole month back with her parents. And she's upset that he's going to be at his job all the time. I feel like they kind of should just accept this. It's only 1 month. And Anthony can come home. Maybe he'll come home to an empty house. Maybe he needs to have an alarm set or something to just make sure everything is secure. But most likely in a place like that, people assume everything's going to be safe. But it's so small and so out of the way. I don't know if anyone's really going to come up there anyway. So I think he can rough it out for the month. Maybe they can visit every day or whatnot. And then he goes back to that place. And she stays with her parents for that month. I think that they can do that. It's just a month. I mean, it's a small sacrifice to make after all of the big sacrifices you guys have made. Coming all the way back to France. This is small to me. We spend a moment with Greta and Matthew. She basically comes to pick up her things. And Matthew kind of lets us know what happened last time, that his dad basically told him that there's really no hope. Things are done. He says he doesn't know what he'll say when he sees her. He just feels empty and nothingness. And he's been feeling that since this whole situation started. She's basically anxious and coming to get her stuff. She doesn't know how he's going to react and respond. She knows he's feeling bad and she hopes that doesn't turn upset and anger. She's afraid of the unknown reaction he may have. So he sadly answers the door. He brings her stuff out to her. He even offers to take it to the car for her. And, he's looking sad, standing by the door and basically saying goodbye. I don't know if he hoped that she would give him a final hug or change his mind or anything, but he feels like he seems completely depressed. And she's worried about, as she's riding off with her rideshare, I guess, that she doesn't have a home. She no longer is welcome there because she broke things off. She really doesn't have a place in the U.S. because she kind of gave everything up to go there. So now she doesn't know where she's going to go, where she's going to be, because she gave up everything. All right. I mean, that makes sense. But when it comes to Matt, I'd like to see if they follow his story and see if he finds someone else that really loves him, that really wants to be with him. Because I think he really gave up a lot. And I don't fully blame Greta for changing her mind. She changed her mind at a bad time, but she could have gone worse by staying with him for a little more extended period of time. And then it would have been even harder to break it off. So it wasn't the best timing, but it could have been worse. And a lot of people on socials were like, why are they even showing them? Because nothing really happened. We know she's done with him. But I guess they got their closure. I feel like she really easily detached from him. I saw there was some remorse. There was some sadness when she got in the vehicle. I guess the closure of the end of this, but she showed really no sadness in front of him. To me, I don't even recall her giving him a goodbye hug. Maybe she thought that was giving him hope, so she chose not to do that. But that's the end. And doesn't look like she's trying to come back. They gave her a couple chances and she wasn't up for it. So Matthew, move on and hopefully find someone else to love him. I don't know if she's going to be in the 90-day world or within his community, but I'd like to see a follow-up on that story. I'd also like to see Greta reunite with her beloved cat. Hopefully everything still goes well with that. That will be a good watch. Finally, we have Johnny and Chloe. She's coming to get her stuff, Greta came to get her stuff. I guess there's a theme here. So Chloe's getting her stuff. Her breakup is a lot fresher. And I think there's still some feelings there by the way this ends up. Johnny's packing her things before she arrives. And he's explaining away his issues and what he did. He said he's going to apologize and maybe they can move forward. It's up to her if she wants to. But he says it in he's an upset type of way. He doesn't want to put any blame on himself. He's putting it all on her. It's up to her if she wants to do it or not or whatever. Why do the people that offend you are upset because they offended you and they wronged you when they were the ones that were wrong? Just admit it. He admits it and he says he's going to apologize, but he still has an attitude at the same time. Does he even have the right to have that? She said he needs to literally see her walk from his life, and she kind of needs that for herself. He really wants her to talk to him about what's going on and not give him the silent treatment any longer. She's painted a horrible picture of him. He's a guy, he'll keep nudes and old videos. He's a man, that's what he's going to do. He's alone, and he said he can take it because he's a man. But no, he's got those macho things in his head. Also, he thinks machismo is connected to cheating in women and excessive connections with multiple women. That's not what a man is about. I feel like he has that in his mind too. Then he says that Chloe kind of made fun of him and said, basically she shamed him and said, what would your mom think? And she knows that the mom passed away. So I don't think she should have went there. But I think she's trying to hurt him as badly as he hurt her. And that's pretty bad. So when she gets there, she's supposed to be just getting her stuff and leave. He talks to her. He says, do you want to say something to me? Do you want to talk to me? You're like, what do you want to do? And she just starts crying and she says, I don't want to do this. So Johnny's trying to open that door back up. Looks like Chloe's trying to easily fall back into the door. And I hope that she doesn't. Because he's got a lot of toxic man issues of what he thinks a man should be and what a man should do. And how a man is entitled to disrespect his woman. He said he didn't cheat, but he was flirting around with things and saying he was bored. Looking at other women unclothed. Saving all of his old videos. with other women, it's not okay and it's disrespectful to your partner. Whatever you were about to get into, it's not good. And if he continues with that mindset, that's what she's going to continue to be with that type of person. And she's going to continue to go back and forth, be angry, waste her time. She's young, but she doesn't have that time to waste. He's about 30 something. He wanted to settle down, showing us that he's not ready himself. So I think that she should walk away. And I hope she does that in the end. Girl, don't let him talk you back into that. Go back home with moms. But when you get back home, I want you to find your own path. You can still work with mom, but you kind of find your own identity and really find yourself, Chloe. And not be so attached to people to determine your value. And I think that's going to do a world of good. It's going to be a process. It may take some time, but it is worth the journey to do it, and do it soon. You're still a young woman. And you'll have that time to enjoy the person that you really are and find out who she really is. Thoughts, comments, questions, email me at cbiztv@yahoo.com. You can also check us out on our other platforms at cbiztvmedia.com. We'll talk to you guys next time. Faith, love, and trends. This is Irene. All the best, and God bless.